Oh, what a beautiful being she is. Brother Imran, can you help me? I want to be married. Not only is there this case, but I tell you, there are many, many, many such women who want to be married. And I have more news for you. Tomorrow will be worse than today. Among the signs of the last day, said the Prophet ﷺ, is not only the proliferation of alcohol, of zina, adultery and fornication, of awladu zina, bastard children being born, of knowledge being scarce, but also that one man will have to maintain how many women? 50. He didn't say one man will have to marry 50 women. He said one man will have to maintain 50 women. Indicating, here's a prophecy, that there is going to be an alarming, a precipitous, alarming decline in male births, in consequence of which there will be many, 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 many more women than men in the world. What is it could possibly cause a precipitous decline in male births? My understanding, and I've asked the medical doctors to do the research in South Africa, my understanding is that something must have to happen to male sperm production. There must be some damaging impact on male sperm production. And when I look for the danger, I see it, of course I can be wrong, I see it in food, in genetically modified food, and the impact of genetically modified food on male sperm production. I also see it in environmental pollution, and I also see it in lives in which sukoon disappears, and now you only have stress. No matter which wife you have, no matter which husband you have, it's only stress. Sukoon disappears. So as we live in situations of increasing stress, as environmental pollutions impact upon us negatively, and as we consume genetically modified food, male sperm production is damaged, in consequence of which there is an alarming, precipitous decline in male births. Well, then what are we going to do? When you have so many more women than men, already it has started around the world. If you go to Singapore, Allah has blessed me with thousands of daughters all over the world. Thousands of daughters. So I have many son-in-laws to look for. But nowhere in the world do I have more daughters than in Singapore. Maulana, can you help me? I want to get married. Maulana, can you help me? And so my wife and I have to start a marriage agency, struggling to get these girls married. So many of them in Singapore. The problem has not hit Trinidad as yet, as badly as it is. But if you go to Singapore, you know what it is like. How will you solve that problem? They don't have any solution out there. When a woman cannot get a husband, what will she do? Well, you steal a husband. That's what you do, you steal a husband. And so you get a You get a world now of extramarital relations, fornication and adultery as a means through which you can get a husband from somebody else. Don't tell me it's not happening already, because that's the world in which we live in today already. Or there's a second possibility, which is likely to emerge in the future. That a group of women will share a husband. And they'll have a roster. She say, well, you can have him tonight, I'll have him tomorrow night, and she'll have him the next night. Sharing the husband. So he has to go as they tell him to go. That's coming. It is part of the sexual revolution, which itself has come out of the feminist revolution, which itself has come out of Dajjal. The last people to come out of Dajjal will be women. And a man would have to return to his home and tie down his wife and sister and daughter to protect them from Dajjal. What that means is that a strange philosophy will overtake the world of women. What would appear to them to be a world of progress would in fact be the road to hell. Dajjal will deceive them. That is the modern feminist revolution. And the modern feminist revolution will take the night and try to make it day. And the Prophet ﷺ prophesied that when he said that women will dress like men. We see it. Go to the bank. Any day you want, go to the bank. And you see the bank filled with women. Go to the schools. And you see school teachers, mostly women. But when you go to the bank, take a look at the clothes that they're wearing. You will hardly ever find a woman dressed like a woman. No? What kind of clothes are you wearing? That is for parties, that is not for work. When you come to work, you must dress like a man, with masculine clothes, not them pretty feminine clothes that you have on there. So she has on a jacket, and she has trousers, and I have seen her with a tie as well. The Prophet ﷺ prophesied that as the night attempts to become day, something else will happen to the night. He says that women will be dressed and will yet be naked. Women will be dressed and will yet be naked. So the feminist revolution is going to lead, whether the women like it or not, whether they want it or not, is going to lead to a sexual revolution. Band leaders in Trinidad know carnival. The band leaders are complaining. They say we don't have enough cloth to be able to make any designs. Because the women themselves are demanding the skimpiest of costumes. That's what the band leaders are complaining of now. And as women become increasingly nude, that paves the way for the culmination of the sexual revolution. He said, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, this is where Dajjal is leading them. He said that people will be having sexual intercourse in public like donkeys. They're already doing that in Trinidad. Donkey sex is being simulated on the streets of Port of Spain and Carnival. Tomorrow is when the real thing. And so an overwhelming preponderance of women over men, in an age in which there is so much nudity, and an age in which there is so much sexual permissiveness, what are you going to do? What is this Muslim community going to do? What is your solution to the problem? You cannot